Stana Katic is liked around the world for her performance in ABC television series Castle. But aside from her performing career, Katic is also working on a green way of life. Lifestyle sat down with the actress to find out more about her daily life. Stana Katic plays the role of NYPD Detective Beckett in Castle. As many people are attracted to the beautiful and smart female detective on TV, her alternative travel project, a Green Life initiative, is changing people's lives in a different way.
Castle's taught me that.
I started this project, it's an initiative 2 years ago to encourage people to step outside of the bubble of their car, to seek out new technologies and alternative means of travel like walking, cycling, and even public transit systems. And I think by creating more of a demand, what we end up doing is we create more opportunities, and the government is encouraged to build up that infrastructure.
Coming from a Toronto and European living background, Katic was surprised when she first moved to Los Angeles, where people are very car dependent. After feeling stuck in the bubble of her car for a few years, Katic decided to start the initiative and encourage people to find alternative ways to travel.
I myself try to dedicate at least one day a week to just walking to work and enjoying the city that I live in. You get a different kind of exposure, I think, to the place that you live in, and a different investment in your city when you kind of take it at a slower pace. And so that's been quite a big reward for me.
Katic's action influenced many people around her. After a while, she found out that crew members, makeup artists, set designers, and others from Castle all started to take part in the initiative. By participating in the project, the cast and crew have become closer.
One cast member in specific, Seamus Dever, has taken on the project as well. And it's not unnatural to his personal lifestyle. Like, he's a very healthy individual. He loves running. But now instead of like running at a gym, he just runs to work. And he'll shower, or he'll cycle to work and then shower over here and cycle home.
As the project is growing bigger, people from all over the world are taking part in the initiative. While traveling without their cars, people have more opportunities to meet new friends in a bigger community.
A couple in Romania that met on the bus because they were doing this project. They were part of a school that was giving up their cars on Fridays. And they were two teachers that met, and they got married last year. And then another couple got married this year from the same school, and they had their first kiss on the bus. And there's some really wonderful stories across the globe.
The filming of Castle and her environmentally friendly project already keeps Katic busy enough, but she said she also has to make time for promoting her new movie, CBGBs, in which she plays a totally different character from the detective in Castle, a rock musician. The movie is likely to come out this winter.
The opening ceremony of the ninth CicLAvia was held on Saturday downtown in front of the Berlin Wall installation. The streets were closed to automobiles and open for walking, biking, and skating. More than 100,000 participants biked, strolled, and used alternate transportation to connect with businesses, outdoor exercises, diverse neighborhoods, and each other.
Most people in Los Angeles, 99%, have no idea that this fragment of the Berlin Wall is here. This is the largest fragment of the wall outside of Berlin. And they don't know it's here because they're driving by in their car at 40 miles an hour and they don't take the time to look. So the first reason we're here is that we want to tell people that if they just take the time to walk and to experience the city in a completely different way, they're going to discover things like this that they never knew existed and fall in love with the city.
Internationally, I think that we believe success is measured partially by the fact that you have a car now and you can travel with a car. And I think one of the messages that we'd like to export across the globe is that you don't. You can have an enjoyable experience that's more intimate, that's more invested, by traveling with a bicycle, by traveling by foot, by traveling with new modes of transit, by skateboard and so on.
It's awesome. You can see more people coming now, which is great, and it's nice to see more people walking and bringing their kids, whereas before it was just like a lot of bikes. So it's nice to see it growing.
CicLAvia started out as once-a-year occurrence, but later expanded to 3 times a year. While primarily intended for cyclists, Many people can be seen skateboarding, running, or walking down the path.
For me as an actor, it's a real source of inspiration. As I go around traveling through public transit or even just kind of cycling through the streets, I get to experience my city at a slower pace. And by doing that, I'm exposed to some of the art that we have on display in the city. And I'm also exposed to people in a way that you wouldn't be if you were in the bubble of your car.
CicLAvia is an open streets event, which means that it's over 40 years old. We're inspired by Bogota, Colombia, which started this in 1974. And the idea is very simple. The streets already belong to the people of Los Angeles. We're repurposing the streets for a very short time and allowing people to enjoy their city without cars on this one stretch. So from 9 today until 3 in the afternoon, you can ride your bike, you can walk, you can go along with your dog, you can be in a wheelchair, you can do everything you want on the street without cars.
I think it's a wonderful event. People need to get out and see the city other than in their cars. I've lived in Southern California my whole life, and I'm seeing things I've never seen before.
I'm Stana Katic. I'm the founder of the Alternative Travel Project, which is a global initiative that encourages people to go car-free for just one day. I'm going to throw a bunch of stats your way, and if anything sticks, then I've done my job. Do you know that if everyone on our planet went car-free for just one day, we would save 11.7 million tons of carbon dioxide? I can tell that's hitting home. How about this? It takes over 1 billion trees, 1,700,000,000 trees to absorb all of that CO2. So, one day car-free, 1 billion trees.
Wow.
We can affect our environment by making a different choice for just one day. And if you're not bothered by the environment, how about saving lives? The British Medical Association states that cycling 20 miles a week cuts the risk of coronary heart disease in half. That's a disease that kills almost 400,000 Americans a year. So we can pause with that for a hot second. If you're not a fan of trees, you're not big on saving lives, let me tell you something that might hit you where it really hurts. The American Public Transit Association estimates that those that use public transit in LA in 2012 saved almost $11,000 annually. Transportation is the second highest household expense for the average American. So maybe you thought that going car-free for just one day wasn't such a big deal. It is. Making a different choice in our transit mode can affect our environment, health, and pocketbooks. It's a choice that can have reverberating effects in our own lives, in our communities, and globally. So today we get a chance to play with the idea of what it means to have a lifestyle in which we cycle, we rollerblade, we walk, skateboard, and whatnot to get around. Wouldn't it be great if this was the norm? If getting around our city was safe, active, and fun, and didn't require hours in traffic. It is possible. It just requires us demanding more of our city and its transit infrastructure. So join CicLAvia, join us at ATP, and go car-free for just one day. It could change the world for the better.
You know her as Kate Beckett on Castle, but did you know that off-camera, Stana Katic spearheads a street-worthy cause?
3 years ago, I decided to give up my car, go car-free for 7 days in a month.
From there, she formed the Alternative Travel Project.
Los Angeles is a very kind of car-centric city. When I first moved to Los Angeles, I was surprised at how isolated I felt. And the reason that that was happening was because I was stuck a lot of the time in the bubble of my car.
So I decided to give it a shot, riding bikes with Stana through the streets of LA.
Are you nervous?
A little bit. Not
If I fall and scrape my name, we'll be okay. Don't worry. We can still film.
Stana took me around for a bit and led me back to the studio lot where even some of her co-stars participate.
Seamus rides his bike to work often, so and that's had effects on other people too, like makeup artists have ridden their bike to work.
Did anyone think you were crazy when you first decided to do this?
You know what's funny is the production, because we were filming at that time, production was nervous. after they heard what it was about, they were tremendously supportive.
Because there aren't just environmental benefits, there are social benefits too.
Hey Tony, you can park your bicycle right here.
I can?
Yeah. Come on in.
All right. Stage 11?
Yeah, man.
Thanks, Stana. And for more on the Alternative Travel Project, go to otrc.com.
Here.
Will you tell me a story? So many of you already have. Since the Alternative Travel Project debuted in 2010, thousands of people from around the globe have shared their amazing, heartwarming, car-free stories with us. Although the places we call home may be miles apart, each one of your stories has had a common theme. Traveling outside the isolating bubble of a vehicle changes us. It connects us. It creates a stronger sense of community. It improves our health and environment. It inspires. And we're just getting started. Marks the next step for the Alternative Travel Project. We are excited to share our new chapter with you, and we want to hear about the people and places that you've discovered since beginning your ATP journey. Join us and go car free. Explore our new hub and tell us your alternative travel story at alternativetravelproject.com. Where do you want to go today?